Welcome back to the Sneak This Podcast, your weekly podcast on sneaker culture, sports, and other nonsense. This is your guy Ryan, along with the homies Greg and George. Follow us on Twitter at _SneakDis. Get at us on our Instagram at @TheSneakDis. Follow us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher, or find the podcast streaming on YouTube or the website, which is updated daily, thesneakdis.com. Now, to the Sneak Dis.
Follow us or else.
Yo, episode 6 of the Sneak This. It's your guy Greg in the building.
Are we sure this time?
Yes, it's recording this time.
No. What number it is?
This is
Yeah,
6.
all right.
This is episode 6. We got my guy Ryan in the building as usual. We got the general manager, GM George Martin, back in the building.
Hey.
We have 2 special guests in the building right now. Please introduce yourselves.
My name's Steve.
You're good.
She's good. She's shy
Good.
today.
It's all good. So, Snapchats, IGs,
Snapchat.
Twitters, anything?
Yeah, everything is Reshoevn8r. So, like, I guess I should spell it. It's RESHOE, V as in Victor, N as in Nancy, the number 8, and then R.
Okay.
Cool, sounds good. So, as you guys might be able to tell, our listeners right now, we'll be doing an interview today with Reshoevn8r. It's a local company out here that's definitely doing something for the culture, providing, great products to definitely take care of our sneakers. Before we get into that, real quick, fellas, any new pickups, new sneakers, new buys? Anybody?
Did you pick up anything this week, Steve?
Yeah, I got the Pinnacle 4s off somebody.
Oh, okay.
How much?
Good deal?
I got a pretty good deal on it.
Okay.
I actually bought some Vachetta Tan 1s today.
After we just talked about it
for
last week. Ran out.
for $150.
Ran out immediately.
I thought you were
in
giving
cop.
up sneakers.
I'm giving them up for Lent next year.
Well, I grabbed Prime Knit Novas from End and UK.
Which one?
The black and white one, the one that keeps selling out. Not the all black ones. I mean, the black ones are cool, but
All right.
War's gonna wear them today. But tried them on, and I actually don't like them. So,
Really?
but it is what it is. We'll find the right pair of jeans, the right pair of shorts, or something like that. Any L's this week? We take any L's? I didn't take any L's this week. I didn't really try to buy too much.
No?
I mean, I actually
There wasn't
ordered.
much came out.
Nothing really came out. I actually ordered those shoes twice in state and got canceled twice. One that's canceled my pair. I don't know what's up with one that's
One that says the worst customer.
Finish line pay you back yet?
No, Finish Line still has my money from all my orders they canceled. It's been about a month. And of course I call them and they have like the slowest people on earth answering the phone.
I
So
got you for like $800.
hey man, my wife's listening. Chill. So hopefully, every time I call them, they're like, ask your bank. But I'm gonna tell you, them banks, well, they don't care. They have no answers. All right. So that's why my pickups this week are a little light. Because my money is.
I guess,
let's
it's
stop
time,
talking about
to,
this.
I guess it's time to call the bank and tell them it was fraud.
Hey man, you said it, not me. So let's get right into it. Reshoevn8r, sorry.
No problem.
So tell us about yourself. Where you from?
My name's Steve. I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
Now residing in Phoenix, obviously. Been into sneakers for a long time, and had the idea to come up with this product and kind of just taking it from there. So
It was funny because I was actually wondering. I was like, man. I asked Ryan. I said, well, he was in contact with you guys. I was like, man, make sure they in the sneakers. Like I was like, it might just have a business.
Yeah.
Just maybe I was like, man, it's good to know that somebody selling sneaker products is actually in the sneakers. So.
I mean, I'm not crazy like some people,
all right.
but
Like us.
I've always been into sneakers.
He's crazy. Oh, well,
You need to have a shoe room.
these two have shoe rooms. I have
You
a.
got to.
I have a walk-in closet. I mean, it's pretty much the entire closet.
Yes, my closets are small, so you need a room.
I try to limit it to about 75 pairs at a time. I don't anything over than that is. Never
I need to
gets
do
used.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys
You got a lot of
together?
work. You got a lot of work.
Oh, okay. Are you guys married or girlfriend?
no.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm
It's
sorry.
my girlfriend
Oh,
works,
okay.
works for Reshoevn8r.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
She talking about the shoe room. I said, oh, okay. All right. So how the company start?
I mean, I basically was cleaning some shoes to sell on eBay and had the idea. I'd been cleaning shoes a specific way, using a laundry system for putting them in the washing machine. So I brought in basically a before and after. We cleaned one using the sneaker laundry system, and that's the other one. So we just did that. The video will be up on YouTube probably this week, I think.
Yeah, we'll put some pictures on ours too. So this is so explain like the process then. So you deep clean it with the product first.
So yeah, the process is you insert the adjustable shoe trees. Now what that's going to do is maintain the form while they're in the washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
You take the brushes that we provide. Mesh material requires a suede brush, one of our hog bristle premium brushes, so you don't mess up the material. And then you pre-treat them with our solution. Put them in the sneaker laundry bag, which is going to be in here. And then you basically put them in the washing machine and wash on cold. Pull them out and let them dry. So the whole time they're in the washing machine, these shoe trees are maintaining the form, minimizing creases, so on and so forth. So
Okay. And then
So these were worn for hiking or something, obviously. I mean,
they were worn. Yeah, they're not my personal shoes, but they were definitely worn for something. I honestly didn't think they'd turn out that good. They look. I mean, I didn't think they'd get from this dingy to that clean, and that's one cleaning. So.
Okay.
We'll put some pictures up for people,
Yeah.
obviously, listening and can't see, so you can tell the difference. It's pretty remarkable.
And then one thing that I noticed on some of your videos, I think the ones I was watching with Vic, was the cleaning of the suede and being able to reset that nap. Like that's something that really only you guys offer a product for.
Yeah. Just doing this so much and really caring about the products that we put out, I found a way to reset the nap on suede, and it's a specific brush. It's a brass bristle brush. The bristles are much finer, so it allows that material to it basically combs it out. So it'll go from a hard, stiff to a soft butter feel again.
How long did it take you to perfect the product?
I mean, I've been cleaning shoes for, I'm almost 40, so, since I was 12, so a long time.
Long time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
And
buying
just
a
trial
bunch of
and
different
error.
products.
Yeah, just trial and error,
Right
And
on.
and that's the thing with Reshoevn8r. I just wanted to offer products that were the most effective out of any products on the market.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, people want to take care of their shoes. And,
Oh yeah. It's a big investment.
yeah. The
And how
better
long you
tool.
guys been started?
We started, really getting going in 2012, but I came up with the idea in 2010. Basically.
Okay. Was it a difficult process to get going, get started, and everything like that?
I mean, I thought it would be a lot easier.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I just had the idea, came up with the name, started doing the patent stuff, trademark. I mean, it's not my background, so it was a steep learning curve for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, which is kind of funny, talking about the patents and everything like that. What actually separates your product from all the other products out there?
Really, it's this sneaker laundry system. So anyone can sell brushes and a cleaner. That's
Yes.
why there's so many people that have that product. We have a patent actually on the sneaker laundry system itself, so no one else can put this together and sell it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the other reason I came out with it. If it was just cleaner and a brush, I mean, anyone can do that. It's nothing special to me about that. So this is what I came out with first, and then since then we've been able to add, multiple products.
Okay.
And these and how much does the cleaning system go for on the website?
It's $30, $29.98.
$29.98.
Yeah.
Yo, what's the? I actually was on the website and I seen like a bigger.
So we
laundry
got
kit.
a 2-shoe,
Okay.
which comes with 2 pairs of shoe trees, 2 sneaker laundry bags, an 8-ounce cleaner instead of a 4, and then an all-purpose brush, suede brush, sole brush, and a towel. So that's like pretty much everything you would need, and that's one of our best-selling products too. And then we have an ultimate, which gives you basically everything we offer: all the brushes, towels. 4 pairs of shoe trees, 4 sneaker laundry bags, sneaker wipes, pretty much everything we have. The brass bristle brush.
Can you wash multiple at a time?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do about 4 at a time.
Oh, really? Okay. Does it matter like how long the length of actually washing them?
Depends on how dirty they are.
Okay.
So really, I do it a short cycle. If they're really dirty, like we've done a pair of Legend Blues and Concords, and it took 2 washes. The first wash, looked at them, they were still kind of dingy in that mesh area, so I just reset the washing machine, did them again, and they turned out perfect. So
And now is this just this is using your solution though in the washing machine?
no, so this is the pre-treat, and then you actually use. We recommend liquid laundry detergent,
Oh, okay.
just a small amount.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. So when you guys actually, excuse me, so when the product was actually like being developed, like did it go through like rigorous tests? Because I always have this notion that like, I mean, we're all a certain age. Like you said, you're almost 40. I'm in mid
George is turning
30s.
55 next year.
So we are. I've never. I mean, you get to a point to where like, you get to an age where like you just don't mess up your shoes. Like you have your certain shoes that you go to the gym in, that you go hiking, you go running. So I've always, anytime that I've actually messed up my shoes, I've been like really scared to go buy a product and use it because I was like, gosh, like it's typically the suede ones I worry about, and I worry about like putting that product on because I bought some bad ones from like. Robert Wayne and places like that, and it changed the material and the color as well.
And unfortunately, every shoe has different materials, so it's really hard. You have to be careful when you're clean. Like, some shoes you just can't clean. There's nothing you can do.
Really?
Oreo 5s, can't clean them. You get that water, you get that material wet, it's ruined.
It's done.
What is the Oreo 5 material?
That's
the Nubuck?
it's like a suede, like a black
Oh, really?
suede.
They just
kinda-
use crappy material. It's synthetic. It's
Oh, really? Oh, it's not even suede on those?
It looks
It
like
looks like
it.
it.
Once you
Oh,
get it
okay.
wet, it's done.
So that's like
Nothing you
the
can
same
do.
for the black grapes then too, right?
No, that's more
that's
of
different?
that's more of a Nubuck.
Oh, okay. I thought the black grapes and the Oreo 5s. I mean, the black grape 5s and Oreo 5s were like the same.
No, I think it's a slightly different material because we haven't had any issues with the grape.
Oh, okay.
I think they call it new suede or something like that these days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that is a good point because I mean, I'm sure you're on social media too, Steve. But I see posts all the time of people asking for help because they put a product on their shoe and ruined it.
Yeah.
And you spend $200, $300, $400 on a pair of shoes. You wear it 3-4 times, clean it, and it's done.
And unfortunately, unless you test it, or we always highly recommend people calling us,
Yeah.
or texting us, or emailing us and sending us photos so they can, request advice prior to cleaning.
Okay.
I mean, we're really big on customer service. We're the only shoe cleaning brand that answers all questions on social media. The other companies, they don't take the time to do that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it's a more than a full-time job. That's kind of what Katie does right now. So, and it's nonstop.
Well, I will say Katie's very good at her job because I think I had a response back to my inquiry within about an hour. Yeah, maybe an hour.
Well, that's good.
So,
I mean, customer, at the end of the day, there's multiple brands. They're all pretty good.
Yep.
The leading brands make a quality product, so you have to give good customer service, or else they're going to keep flipping around. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? So.
So is there a different product for the laces, or do you leave the laces in the shoe? How does that work? Because a lot of times, people recommend taking the laces out when you throw something in the
That
washing machine.
depends on how dirty the laces are or the tongue. So, depending on how dirty they are, if I want to clean the tongue underneath them, I'll take them out so I can scrub that. For laces, it's the suede brush as well, and then the trick that we use, dip it in the solution and then rub it between your hands, put them in the bag with the, in this bag with
Separate
the shoe.
from the okay,
Yeah.
so take them out. Gotcha.
So the dirtier they are, you kind of want to take them out.
Do you have to avoid the like 3M on the sneakers? A lot of sneakers have the 3M. Like, do you have to avoid
No.
putting it? Okay, and it just
Yeah.
comes out just fine.
Yeah. It's 3M you can't really clean though, so it's not gonna do much to it. I mean, once that gets worn, it's more worn than anything, but it's pretty much impossible to clean.
Yeah, so she said about the brushes because I did look on the site. I noticed you guys had like 3 different brushes, and one of them was a brass brush.
Yep.
And you use that on the suede?
That's to reset the nap. So the
Okay.
brass brush it's the coolest brush we have because it does multiple things. It resets the nap on suede for dry brushing. So you'd clean your shoes. This suede would feel like stiff or hard.
Okay.
And once it's completely dry, you would brush the nap and reset it. Or you can use it to clean soles because the fine bristles really get into the pores of the plastic or rubber and clean it better than anything else. Our sole brush works great, but if this doesn't work, it'll really if you feel the difference in the 3 brushes.
Oh, okay.
So what's the product right here that you have in the box? Does that come with that tube that you have here?
So that's basically we call it our quick clean method. That's if you don't want to use, a lot of people are afraid of the washing machine.
Right.
yeah.
So for the people that don't want to use this laundry method, this is something we just released. Comes with all 3 brushes and our solution. And we really want our customers to have all 3 brushes because it makes the cleaning process more effective. It just makes the end result that much better.
So the sole one is like just for the bottom of the shoe?
Soles, midsoles, unpainted midsoles. So, you don't want to go scrubbing really hard on a painted midsole because you're going to take the paint off. So there has to be some common sense, unfortunately.
So should people be aware of that, or do you just recommend them contacting you first? Because if I would scrub a Oreo 4 or something, and
we recommend checking out the videos on our YouTube channel. Always.
I will say this. If there's anybody who is at a master of marketing is Reshoevn8r, like you guys everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't go through I can't even scroll through my timeline on any social media without a video starting up of something happening.
That was something we were just talking. I was like, you're the guy responsible for me seeing 800 Reshoevn8r ads on YouTube as I'm trying to.
All the time.
I mean, you got to remind people. You know how it is.
You're right.
People have to see it numerous times, and that's the other reason I came out with it, because I'm the most skeptical person in the world, and I thought if I would buy this, there have to be other people that would be interested.
Absolutely.
In it.
Oh, definitely.
So,
that's almost like the basis for our podcast. I mean, our podcast is basically revolves around sneakers and things like that, and we're like, as many people lose their minds over sneakers and buy and camp and clean and
crazy.
Do everything.
Oh,
There's no podcast for sneakerheads, so we were like, this is something that we wanted to put together. So, and definitely one thing that we wanted to do was focus on helping out like local people. We want to talk to local people first. I mean, Arizona.
I see the Manor hat on.
That's right. Yeah,
we did go there. We went there this past weekend. Good shop. So we're definitely interested in like doing stuff like that first, and hopefully we're still growing and things like that. But it's good to see like local products and things like that for sneakerheads.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing it.
But which was another question I had, because we always see you guys at like all the sneaker conventions and things. You guys have like the biggest booth and setup I've ever seen. All right, and the vans that are wrapped and everything like that. Do those sneaker conventions like actually help to sell product, or more of just to get the name out there? Because that setup, you guys, it's a hard setup and breakdown that you guys do.
I mean, it's hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
So there's companies out there that have it perfected, I should say, and they know which cities and they have it down to where it's a science. I mean, they really do it well. And then there's some people that put them on that, they're not quite as successful. So it's a little bit both. Branding, obviously, that's your target audience. Right. So the only people that are going there are sneakerheads and people that are interested in sneakers. So you want to get in front of them. And then some shows that, you can make some money at them. So, it really depends. We pick and choose. We don't travel far unless it's going to be worth it.
Oh, really? Yeah. What makes it worth it? Like
just the amount of attendees and how well the show's prepared, because the more prepared they are. Some of them are just seamless. You go to them. SneakerCon is one of them. You go to it. They know what they're doing. They set it up right. There's no issues. It's always the same, and they get attendees. I mean, they get people going to them. So
yeah, which is funny because we attend a lot of the stuff locally here, and even on our website we put up sort of a sneaker convention etiquette type thing because in Arizona it's. The sneaker culture is
different.
It's different. One day it's like you feel like, man, we're really doing something, and the next you feel like it's just a random collection of people who like into it for a little while, then it just kind of fades away, and then it becomes just like the largest group of resellers ever. Then you just never know what you're gonna get. And even at like the sneaker events that do happen locally, you'll have one year where you go and it's packed to the wall, like you can't even move, and then you'll go the very next year. And it's a ghost town in there sometimes,
I mean, I don't know. I don't put on shows.
Right.
We did once in Tucson, and I'll never do it again because it's a lot of work. It's a pain in the butt.
How was the Tucson show?
It wasn't worth talking about.
Really?
I mean, we had some people come down, but it was our first event. We just did it just because we're from Tucson. We wanted to try it, but it was more trouble than good.
Really?
So what's the furthest that you will travel for a show?
I mean, we go to New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that shows 15,000 people. I mean,
That's heavy.
there's 4,000 or 5,000 people in line 3 hours before the show is going on. I mean,
I heard Florida's kind of like that in Chicago a little bit.
I mean, Chicago's good. All the major cities. I mean, the busiest shows, I would say, New York, D.C., Chicago's pretty good. East Coast, they're just different. They're about having they
more
want to
residents
fly,
packed into a
what I mean?
smaller place too.
I mean, people are walking in those places, so they're not in their cars as much. They want to look good while they're walking around the town.
That's definitely true.
So what's your most important social media? Is it YouTube because of the videos for cleaning and whatnot, or?
I mean, without giving too much information away, I would say combine Instagram and YouTube. But then again, not all of them really. They all serve a different purpose.
Right.
So I mean, I think you got to touch on all of them. You got to stay up to date on that stuff. Like we actually need to get involved in a few different ones, because if you're not ahead of the curve, you're just
Different social media sites, or
yeah.
So we got Reshoevn8r Snapchat coming soon.
I mean, we have one, but we're not as active on there as we should be.
Yeah.
Really?
So
yeah, I haven't ventured off in this. I don't know. Too many social medias for me. I feel like I got to get rid of one if I start up.
I mean,
another
I
one.
hear you. It's
like
full,
sneakers.
it's a full-time job.
Right, but see, it's actually your job. It takes away time from me.
Me too. I'm not big on a personal level. I don't.
Right.
I got to force myself to do it just because, I'm part of a brand.
I know. I feel more. I get angry when I look on social media. Like some of the stuff people say and do. I'm just more. We just started the IG thing for our podcast, and I'm actually kind of liking that a lot more. It's just a picture. You might see some ridiculous comment or something here and there, or a ridiculous video or something, but it's actually better than seeing actual people's opinions and thoughts sometimes.
Yeah.
But actually, what's funny is I was on IG. I seen you doing the video with the soul protectors, I believe. How popular is that?
I mean, they're pretty popular.
Really?
I mean, if you think about it, if you understand what they're made for, they make sense, because you're not going to put them on a pair of shoes like these. You're going to put them on that expensive. Yeah, it's not for everyday wear. It's for shoes that you're going to wear, and you want to keep the investment up. You know what I mean? You got $1,000 pair of sneakers, and if you wear them 5 times and the sole gets kind of messed up, that you're going to lose some money. You put that on, they look brand new still. So it makes sense for the right shoe and the right person.
Okay.
So you're saying this is an outsole protector? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know you guys had that product. That's cool. Right on.
Yeah, is that your newest product, or? Because I hadn't seen it before. Even at the shows, and I'd never seen it until I seen a video on IG.
Oh, really?
You were sitting on a couch, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, "The heck is this?"
Wait, is that the one where you step on the roll of plastic, or am I thinking of something else? There was a video I saw where you step on the plastic and it tears off to the shape of the shoe or something like that. How does it work?
Yeah, you put the shoe on it and cut and trace it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that was a different video then.
Yeah. So I mean, it's people are buying it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I never thought of that. I'm just once the bottom gets dirty, I feel like everybody should be understanding.
Well, I mean,
I guess if you want to sell it as the sneakerhead terms, DS, very near DS, and all that. I guess I could see it definitely for a Yeezy, because the boost on the bottom of my Yeezy is thrash. Actually, my Yeezys are thrash.
garbage after you wear them 5 or 6 times. It's unbelievable. It's because they painted the bottom. Yeah, they look like crap. So that's. I don't personally use them on many shoes, just because to me I wear them and I don't really care.
Okay.
Shoes are to be worn, people.
Yeah. So, but these kids that are making money, and
definitely.
some people are doing it for a business. So if they're flipping shoes and they want to wear them a couple times and get their monies back on it.
Well, and actually, to your point of painted bottoms, that's one of the biggest problems you see with custom shoes is you wear it once and the paint's gone. People do a Yeezy custom, that paint is gone after first wear. So that'd probably be huge for custom shoes and protecting that paint that you've done.
Vic Almighty, he works with us now. He puts them on his customs.
Yeah, we actually know some of his work, and he does really good work.
He does really good work.
Really good work. And I never thought about that, because every time I see somebody with a custom and they do that bottom, and I'm like, why would you do that? It's gonna be gone eventually. So I guess that does make sense for that. How many does it come with? Because I seen it and I was like, gosh, if you do
It's
it
a pair,
once.
just two sheets.
Really?
So it'll do 1 pair of shoes up to size 13.
How long does it last on the bottom?
It depends on how hard you are on them. I had them on a pair of 350 boosts, and I wore them pretty much all day, every day for a week when I was traveling. And they're still on there, but they're starting to crack. So,
Really?
it's for occasional wear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's to put on those.
Don't go hooping in it.
Gucci's. Don't go hooping in it.
You're gonna lose some track.
Don't play golf in it, Mr. Sixes.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. But no, but yeah, no, definitely Reshoevn8r or something. Like I actually bought the Defender spray,
Yep.
and I'll be honest with you, I haven't used it yet because I was kind of scared. I
Wait,
bought it.
hold on. Explain what it is. Since you're talking about you bought it.
Well, the water repellent,
Yep.
stain repellent, things like that. I bought it from Ben had those.
Okay. Shout out to Charles.
And I bought
Hopefully
it.
he'll be on the show soon.
Yeah, we got to get him down there.
And see, I bought it, and I looked at the can, and I'm reading it, and I'm just like.
So you're talking about pre-treated,
Yeah,
correct?
pre-treated.
Okay, all right.
What-
You got to be clear about this.
What shoes you looking for?
I bought them specifically for Blue Cruise, Victor Cruises.
Okay.
And I was just like, oof, like I've bought products like that before where like, but I mean like last time I actually put like a spray on like that was, man, like probably, I'm going to go
Hat spray.
Oh,
Hat spray.
I know you remember that hat spray on fitteds.
Well,
No one
it
wears
works-
fitteds
it works on hats,
anymore.
too.
but-
Well, a hat club, they throw the spray on
Yes.
for like $1 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not spraying it. But like I always worry about the amount I put on, like how far away I am, like how often do you need to do it? Or like is like one enough? Like,
I mean, then again, it depends on the shoes.
and it's for like the suede too, right?
it works really
Okay.
well on suede.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just get really worried that like it's gonna smooth out because I bought some
no,
from
no.
a shop and sprayed it and put it in the garage, let it dry. It came out, my suede was like smooth. It was
Well, you got to get that brush and reset the nap on it. Then.
I did a lot of testing before we went with this particular
Really?
product, so yeah. No, it works really well on suede. I mean, it's like anything. Some certain shoes need a little bit more application than others, but it really does help from staining. If you're not going to wear your shoes that much, it'll last 6 months before you got to put it on again.
I know. Well, a part of the allure of it was that like I want to spray it and then I want to like pour chocolate on it or
mean-
something. I want to see it work. Like I want to actually see it work. Like
Well, you have 27 pairs of those Blue Cruises, so that's one
I
shoe
do
you can
have
do
too
it with.
many.
Well, if you're
Don't do it to the red ones.
Those crazy sneakerheads you're talking about, that's literally us. Like more him.
Hey,
but
we
it's-
have
Oh, no, it's him.
customers that do that. They'll order and they'll pour like syrup on their shoes. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Okay. But, I mean, if you really want to, give it a few coats. If you're going to be using chocolate, I did my Yeezy 2, my Platts, and I was nervous.
Really?
Nervous. But we wanted to do the video, so I just went with it, and I put about 5 coats on those just because I didn't know. And we poured ketchup. I mean, not ketchup. Did we do ketchup or chocolate? Came right off. No
Really?
problems. Yeah.
So does it just roll off, or you actually have to wash it off?
No,
or-
it just rolls off. Yeah. I mean,
I've seen
depending
videos
on where
like
you
that
put
before.
it, it'll sit there, and then you just spray it with water. I did my 750 boost and the Platts, and it worked fine.
I actually like to hear that you use your own shoes because
Oh yeah. You have to. I mean,
yeah,
Oh, I would have been on a Chinese website ordering fakes to do that test.
I would have tried it on my like shoes I cut the grass in or something. I would have looked for some.
So,
I did that first. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, that's good.
So how does the this product, the cleaner, work if you have that pre-treater on there? Does it matter? Or?
I mean, it's going to clean them better just because the stains haven't set into the material.
Okay,
So the cleaner,
gotcha.
then you
So it's
just
okay to do that.
Yeah, then you just got to reapply it. So that's basic. People always ask, when do I reapply? Well, how often do you wear your shoes, and how long do you wear them for? If you're wearing them for a couple hours, you don't have to apply it very often at all. If you're wearing them all day for days, then you might have to apply it. And it doesn't repel dirt. Dirt's going to get on them. So once you clean them, you just reapply it. So.
Anything upcoming or new for a shoe?
I mean, we got a couple. I mean, my vision is pretty big. So I won't get into exactly what we got going on. But I mean, we have a couple
secrets.
We have a couple new items that we want to launch this year.
Okay.
Right on.
I just want to be the one-stop shop. Why go to 15 different websites when you can just go to one and order everything?
I know
you need?
because
Well, speaking of shopping, so how many different places can you buy it? Because you guys are in stores too, right?
Yeah, we're in stores. I think across the U.S. we might be in 90 locations.
oh wow,
It's really not that many, but internationally, I mean, we have distribution in, I was telling him, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China,
Lots of sneakerheads in Asia.
Malaysia, all over Asia. So
Reshoevn8r's doing all right, then. Doing all right out here.
we're doing okay.
Doing all right.
Hey, they got those Vans.
you heard his list of shoes that he owns. So yeah, I would say he's doing all right.
He hasn't said nothing basic. I've been a 350, a 750, and a platinum 2 easy.
Exactly.
Half of those are thankfully for her because she buys them for me for my birthday or Christmas.
Oh, really?
I have a hard time spending $1,000 on a pair of shoes. To be honest with you.
Well, you're not the only one. He's the only one right here.
I don't go that big. I find those deals.
Yeah,
you are
you ain't finding $50 Yeezys,
Oh,
buddy.
okay. So you're into sneakers as well?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's kind of rare.
it's an expensive.
Oh, well, you said the room like he's the problem. That's a joint venture.
It's an equal room.
Okay, so he's got 75. How many do you have? More? Oh.
He's got like a little over 100.
I tried to keep it at 75.
Jeez, 75.
But that's my boxes. I have the display boxes, so I keep 75 of those, and I got some on the
side.
Yeah, that's one of those
Everyday
things.
wears.
Talk about
It
like
does.
this is the problem like with me personally with sneakers. Like I won't wear any of them. We have so many that are like brand new DS. They're just sitting there. But I just like the way they look in there. I just do. I like when I walk in the closet.
Looks cool.
And this side is strictly Jordan boxes.
And it looks like
then
Foot Locker.
It's just tight. And then like right in front of me is just like all the orange Nike boxes. And then above is like my Reeboks. And
you still
below
can't
all the
find
Asics.
stuff.
I'm in the mindset of right now is that like I'm just not in the Jordans anymore.
I'm really not either, to be honest.
I'm
with you,
not-
'cause they're
and-
not comfortable.
They're not. I feel like
And they're hard to wear now.
they're just hard to wear. Like I feel funny when I go with my wife and we go out to dinner or something, and I'm not even throwing a Jordan today. I feel ridiculous wearing a Jordan because we're not hanging out at like I love Chick-fil-A, but like we're not. We like to go to nice restaurants. We like to go. This is date night.
You don't gotta tell
the
me.
kids. We like to go to date night. So I feel crazy. Walking in wearing a Jordan 12 or 13 or anything like that. I like to throw on like a ASIC or something a little low key, a Yeezy 350 or something like that. But it's at the point to where it's just kind of like, gosh, like all these Jordans are just looking at me. I should buy something I wear. And every week we say, oh, we're strictly wearing Air Maxes now. We're strictly wearing ASICs now. We're strictly wearing this now. And it just never happens. Like, what's your favorite sneakers to wear? What do you wear?
I'm on a Ultra Boost kick right now.
So
This is literally the Ultra Boost.
That's what I'm wearing right now, and they're dirty.
This is like the official Adidas
Ultra Boost podcast.
Hey, we got Wexler to respond to us on our podcast. So he's the marketing director for Adidas. Hey man, this is like the official Adidas Boost podcast. That's all we wear. We wear Boost. It's like the greatest.
They're just so comfortable.
you
can't. There's no comparison.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I was actually going to ask you. That is the hardest shoe I've ever owned to keep clean. Ever. I bought the gray pair, and I have the white pair, but I've only worn them once because I'm afraid to wear them. But I wore the gray pair. My girlfriend and I took a trip to Sedona, and I just wore them around the day.
That's the place to mess
Hiking.
up.
Oh my
Hiking
god!
in the Red
Well, we
Rocks?
didn't even hike. We just walked on the street, but the red rock dust from Jerome and Sedona got all over my sneakers, and I have no idea how to clean them because I'm afraid to brush them because I'm afraid it's gonna pull like some of the fabric apart or.
I'd have to see him to give you good advice, but
and then I'm afraid to put I'm afraid, even with the laundry system, like, is it going to affect the boost if I wash them?
it shouldn't.
I don't want it to deactivate my boost.
It's not going to do it. But the foam boost part, once it gets yellow, you can't clean it. That's
Boost gets yellow?
It's an
it does yellow.
It's an
yeah.
issue right here for these to get yellow, and then there's nothing you can do about
Are you wearing which one? Are those the
NMDs?
Pure Boost? Oh, the NMDs. Yeah, because I have a pair of the first Pure Boosts that came out like 3 years ago. The gray
Aged.
pair, and yeah, it's starting to.
I've
turn.
never seen yellow Boost.
Those
either.
are
a lot.
aged.
I worry about it. Can you clean it with your product?
It
No, you-
doesn't. Once it's yellow, and I don't think you can even use the soul sauce stuff.
What about the Defender spray?
That'll help. We did a pair of the NMDs all white. She got me a pair at the event, the Phoenix event, and I was nervous because I hadn't worn them. She bought them for me. I didn't want to ruin them, but we did a Defender video on them recently where we poured, I think, Gatorade or something on them. Well, they came out. They nothing happened to them.
She
And
talking about
even
the sneakers,
hey, wait, hold on. And even if the Gatorade set in, guess what? Throw them in the washing machine with the Reshoevn8r.
Got it.
And so that's what's good about the Defender or the water stain repellent is because it'll avoid them from getting stained. So even if they get dirty, you just clean them and they should be fine.
So are there, because you guys do not offer any products similar to Soul Sauce. I mean, that's
We used to, but I'll be honest with you, there's a high demand for it.
Yeah.
We used to sell a lot, but to me, it's not all about making money. There's too many little kids that want to buy that stuff. They'd come up to us at shows. Some 11-year-old kid, yeah, I want. We called it Soul Glow, and I'm getting the chills just talking about it because I would talk them out of it.
Yeah.
I would talk to parents. You don't want to use this. There's a high chance you can ruin your shoes if you don't use it right. If you don't use it right, on top of that, it's such a process that if you don't have patience, you're going to be contacting us saying, "Hey, this isn't working."
yeah.
Because it takes, especially for icy bottoms, it takes weeks
Oh,
of
really?
being in the sun. And,
Really?
Oh, it's such a pain in the ass.
So I've always seen it in just if
Videos.
I have to go outside with my shoes, I'm not doing it.
And that's the thing, and just too many kids, and it was just more of a liability than it was worth offering the product. So I just scrapped the whole thing. At the end of the day, it's let someone else sell it to them. You know what I mean?
So
I mean-
is there any product that slows the yellowing process down?
I haven't found that out yet.
But you're working on it.
I
Coming
hope-
soon.
I hope the water stain repellent slows it down.
Yeah.
It's just hard to it's hard to tell. I don't normally keep shoes long enough for it to notice. I don't know. You would have to like buy 2 pairs or at least spray one shoe and not the other, and then just let them sit for 2 years. And see what happens.
I have a question too. Also, with the shoe inserts, when you put them in the laundry, do you take out the insole first? Okay, you leave it in.
Yeah.
Because
And
I've
it-
definitely,
And it cleans that too. So
Okay.
you walking around.
because I'm not afraid of the washer. I'll throw something in the washer and
I'm telling you, people are
I
afraid.
do it all
and
the time.
and then they use it and they're like, "Holy shit!"
But then I actually used the washer for Independence Day on red Air Max 90s. Mm-hmm. They come out like DS.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the article where homeboy threw the Flyknit racers in the washer,
What happened?
them joints came out looking like balled up paper. And I would have thought a Flyknit racer in the washer
Would've been
would
fine.
have been just fine.
He definitely didn't use
He
it.
definitely did, because the shape that it came out, I was
He
shocked.
probably put him in the dryer.
Oh,
A lot of people,
Yeah,
I
you shouldn't
never do
ever
that.
do that
You
just
never do
because of
that.
the glue.
yeah, it'll melt.
I learned that when I was 12.
Yeah, and don't use hot water when you wash them because that's what I thought when I was like 17, 18. I was cleaning up. Ooh, let me see if I can get these cleaner by using hot water, and it melts the glue and the sole separate.
Really?
Oh,
So you
And
have to
it
use
turns it
cold
yellow,
water.
too.
Yeah. So, but also if you look at the bag for people that own Reshoevn8r, they'll see the whole time. If you think about it, the whole time it's in the washing machine, this is rubbing up against the shoes. It's cleaning the shoe the whole time.
Okay.
So it's actually scrubbing them in the washing machine.
Well, that's what the towel was doing. The way you put them in there. So I mean, you should have already known
Because
that.
I would like wrap each individual shoe in a towel, throw them in there, and it would do that. But like I figured since the Air Maxes were like hyperfused, it would be better on those. Because then like had one of those nights in Scottsdale where like what you drunk came back out, and it was all over my like
Juice boxes, lemonade.
they were all over my whatever, they were some Timberlands. They weren't boots, but they were like some boat shoes or something. I was like, let me just throw these joints in the washer. Man, they came out looking like beef jerky. Like they just weren't the same after
certain
that.
leather like that. I mean, you can't really put in there.
Okay, so you can't throw like a Timberland in the bag.
You don't want
or-
to do like Sperry's. Now it's too heavy anyway. You don't
Oh,
wanna-
really?
yeah.
So you can't throw a Sperry in there?
I mean, a leather. It depends on the leather. You
leather?
don't want that leather Sperry. You can throw canvas Sperry's and stuff.
Okay,
in.
yeah. See, it was a leather Tim, and then like it came out. I mean, it looked just like Death Valley. It was the driest.
Leather's so
ever.
easy to clean though. You don't need to put it in the washing machine. Really, the only thing I put
And
in the
you're right.
washing machine is mesh because you have to
Right.
get mesh clean. You have to get water behind that dirt and get it out, or
Yeah.
otherwise you're just rubbing dirt further into the material. And certain shoes that are harder to clean.
And that's true about the leather. I mean, I should have cleaned it by hand, but like I said, a lot went inside of me. And a lot came.
Okay,
I wasn't even
all
trying
right.
to
Let's skip that topic.
I see. That would be a tough one.
I wasn't
Give us
even trying to
about to
touch
give us a list next. 2 Jaeger bombs,
Joe's Pizza.
Had that Joe's
Chili cheese
I'm
fries.
sure you're not the only one sitting here that's happened to.
Hey man, I've thrown away shoes while being
I
out.
I can actually vouch for that because he throws away brand new things if he doesn't like them. So I know that happened.
I slept in I drove home. My friend drove while I was inside the trunk. That's how. That's a story for another podcast. Right. I woke up at a Del Taco, dazed and confused.
All right.
One of them nights.
You talked about being in stores and whatnot, but what stores are you in locally so the viewers or the listeners here local know where you're at?
We're in guest list, Arizona Mills Mall. Had those. Where else? I was discussing it with you.
Had those guest lists. Soul Assassin. In Tempe.
Yep, Tempe. And then I spoke with the guy at Manor. He wants to carry local product. It's all
Jeremy's a good dude.
Yeah, local. Yeah. He was super cool. I stopped in there last week. So
Okay. But then they can obviously hit the website.
yeah, website for sure. The thing about the website is we offer more products on the website. A lot of stores they don't carry the full line.
Yeah, when I looked on the website, I was surprised at how much was on there. I was like, oh, geez, I thought it was just the laundry kit, a cleaner, a few brushes. It's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
And several different packages that you can purchase too, right?
Just depending on how detailed you want to get.
And then you can buy like replacement brushes. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's what that is, right? Right on.
And I encourage everyone to go to their website. It's an actual nice website. There's a lot of things sneaker related you go to, and the websites are awful. Okay, this is a very nice, well put together website. So I definitely encourage everyone to go check it out.
What was the? Because earlier you mentioned something about testing. So what was the testing process as far as like? Did you actually go out to bid for different chemicals or different things, or how does it work? How did that work for you?
Originally, I didn't even have a cleaning solution. Originally, all I had was a brush, shoe trees, and the bag. I didn't even have a cleaning solution. I used Dawn back in the dish soap.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So this is before I really got really involved in sneakers. I always owned hundreds of pairs, but I just bought what I liked. I didn't buy what was cool or what was an investment. So as soon as I came out with it, though, 99% of the people were like, well, where's the cleaner? Oh, well, I better come up with a cleaner then. So I just did research. I obviously went to the leading people in the brand, and I saw what they were using, and then I just did a research. I tried a bunch of different things, and then just had a company, formulate
All
my
right.
own.
Long process.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that wasn't that bad. There was other, it's just been such a steep learning curve that it's taken a while to perfect, and it's still not perfected. I mean, we're constantly improving our products. If you were to see the first version of this to now, I mean, this is like the fourth one.
Really?
It's constantly, you have to constantly improve.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a lot of it too.
So what got you into sneakers?
Just
And
being a
when?
kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been into sneakers. Oh,
She buys a lot
fan?
for them though.
yeah, she does.
This is the pusher.
Nah,
It sounds like she's the pusher.
She just buys me
Oh
shoes.
no, man! You've named about 3 or 4 that she bought you.
Yeah, Royal One. She does well.
So she buys heat too.
Yeah,
Super heat.
She's a keeper.
yeah.
What are some of your favorite shoes that you own? Childhood, now?
That's a tough one. I mean, I'm into 4 Jordans. Ones are my favorite.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's one of the most comfortable, and it's just it's classic, and you can wear it with
Could
everything.
wear with everything.
Yeah.
Do you have any lows? The ones that just
I do.
like the OG one lows that just came out.
I do. I have the bread lows.
You don't like them?
I mean, I do like them, but not like.
not
See, besides Ultra Boost and NMD, that's my favorite shoe right now.
Really?
Oh, I love all those OG one lows. I have all.
He sold all
of
his
the ones that came out.
all those OG highs.
Not all of them. I still have the Royals and the Black Toes, but if the Black, I haven't decided what to do with the Royals yet. But if the Black Toes come
size
out,
are
I'll probably sell.
He's a 12.
Let's make
so
some
if you're
deals.
looking.
Royals I would want in highs. I've had so much bad luck in getting them. I had like actually 2 band ones, and then it was like,
nice.
and I
Oh,
sold
yeah,
them.
I still have the black and red ones.
Oh,
Too.
I mean, I had the band ones with the X on the back. I had 2 of them.
Thanks for reminding us. We appreciate that.
Sold them, one of the worst decisions ever. And then it's like
They're
now
coming back out this year.
Now I just can't get my hands on anything. Like I can't get my hands on any of the high ones.
Well,
I got shadows, but that was literally like a whim. Like just
No,
walking.
I
through the
got
mall.
your shadows.
What'd you pay?
Yeah, I did
Shadows.
sell them to you.
Shadows were selling a year and a half ago for $200. Now they're like $500.
Yeah.
Like you said, Boost, runners, things like
runners,
that.
Air Max have always been a favorite of mine. You know, so it really just depends. I kind of change depending on my mood.
So there's something that you don't own that you
Really want?
Looking for
besides Pinnacle 4s that you just got?
I mean, the only reason I bought those, honestly, I do like 4s, but just because it was a good deal.
How are those in person?
Yeah, I was gonna
pretty
I-
nice.
about the like horsehair on there. That was my only issue with
It's not that
those.
So maybe you
noticeable.
left already.
Okay, because I do like them. I just that's the hitter. I'm not paying that retail price. No,
I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, so they're worth more money than I paid, so that's mainly the reason I got
Exactly.
them.
Well, I was shocked that they were pre-sale $650. Like a $400 shoe selling for $250 over retail. Come on now.
I mean, are they selling higher now? I haven't even looked.
I'm sure prices have gone down by now. That's just how it works with Jordans. But
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, just wearing the Jordans is. I mean, I like to buy them. I mean, like they said, like I golfed in a pair of infrared sixes. That's like my grail. I golfed in a pair just so I could like open a new pair and wear it. And like, I golfed in it and it got muddy and trashed,
but
and
if
I just
you-
wiped it off, and it was perfectly fine. So I still have like 5, 6, 7 DS black and reds. Like,
What we try to tell people is they make shoes to go on your feet and walk miles and miles
Yep.
in. They make them durable. Don't be afraid to wear them. Just take care
Put
of
on your
them.
blacks and then threes, run a marathon, throw them in the washer.
problem is that like I mean we have other jobs as well. I dress up every single day, so like my only time to wear them is on the weekends. So when I do wear them on the weekends, I love to just slip on something easy. I'll throw on a Yeezy. I mean that's out there, but like it's easy to throw on. You throw on an NMD, you throw on an Ultra Boost, you just throw it on. So like throwing on a Jordan, I feel like I actually have to like
Work.
Yeah, I have to
Try.
like look for what I'm gonna wear to look fine with this. Because if you got the wrong jeans with a pair of Jordans or something, or you got some shorts that don't look right,
okay, don't wear shorts with Jordans ever. All right.
well, you can wear shorts with a Jordan 3 or a Jordan 4.
Okay, you're not 6'6".
I don't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which is why.
Don't ever
which
wear
is
shorts
why I
with
don't
Jordans.
wear certain shoes.
This is actually a tip for everyone listening out there. If you are not 6'4" taller, do not wear shorts with Jordans ever.
No, you can
Ever.
wear some.
Low OG ones, maybe, and that's it.
Okay, you're not 6'4". Actually, how tall
I
are
don't
you?
wear Jordans with shorts. 5'11".
I don't know.
I've seen you wear Jordan 3s or
I've
shorts.
seen you wear Jordan 3s or
Okay,
shorts.
neither one of you ever seen me. You may have seen me wear Jordan 3s.
4s. Jordan 4s.
No, you haven't.
You wore them to the fight at his house.
No,
shorts.
I didn't. Why would I wear shorts to Greg's house?
I don't know, maybe you were
It
going
was
to
the
get on the flip
summertime.
side.
I don't know. It was hot. I don't know.
Is that when the fight was? I thought it was like I guess
Mayweather,
September or
Mayweather,
whatever.
Pacquiao,
Yeah,
that was
that's probably
September.
warm.
It was-
Well, I'm sure I wore
Anyway.
pants.
All right, so once again, IGs, Twitters, Snapchats.
Reshoevn8r, Reshoevn8r.
And is it?
We thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for talking to us.
Yeah.
You know, we definitely, be using the product. We definitely appreciate it. Like we said, we definitely want to talk to local people first. We hopefully, we hope to be going somewhere, a lot bigger, things like that.
Yeah,
And we're
well,
glad to see and
Be
glad
happy
to
to
know.
come back. It was,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. A few guests we have had have enjoyed it. So
we can. You guys plan on doing YouTube versions or?
yeah, we actually have it on YouTube right now. It's just that it's kind of like slower
No,
right
he
now.
means like
No, we were
video.
we have been
video,
thinking about
video.
doing actual videos.
Yeah, we actually been thinking about it. We've been thinking about it.
There's a
like,
couple
seeing
different
what we
things.
can do. So we're kind of
Internet radio or that.
Okay.
Right now, our heaviest traffic that we do for listeners right now is on iTunes, and we're doing really good on Stitcher right now. So, and our website holds the podcast on it as well, so you can go to the website. But like our website right now is based just like sneaker tips. Like we put like every single store that we actually shop at. We actually bought product from. We have like sneaker convention etiquette. We really want to make sure that we support Reshoevn8r, and
That's what's up.
Add the website. We can add the link to their website.
Oh, definitely. We'll add everything to our website and things
So-
like that. We definitely appreciate you coming through, and thank you very much.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Oh, what are we talking about?
No, I was watching videos today with Khaled and on Hot 97. It was pretty funny. I was watching like the old videos when he first said, "You're a liar." Almost fell out of my chair. It was like every time he came to the show, he said something different. Like "You're a liar" was in 2013. Then in 2015, it was another one, and then in 2016, which was like just last week or something. It was recent. they were like asking him to say all the same stuff over again. But I guess those interviews is like where he became popular from. Like, obviously people knew.
Don't
it was,
play
but-
yourself.
I mean, Khaled is out here like super winning.
Super winning.
Like super winning. He's going on tour with Beyonce.
He was talking about this is what Sneak This needs. So fans listening, he was talking about Snapchatting, being at the iPhone store or Apple store, just getting his phone fixed. The next thing, now obviously he's making these things up, but because it's Khaled. But he said 10,000 fans at the mall, standing outside the Apple store, waiting for him to come out, trying to see what he's doing. Now, obviously, there was not 10,000 people there. That's an exaggeration, but when you Snapchat something and people just show up just to see you and hang out with you, that's what we need.
You played yourself.
He didn't play himself. He made it.
Yeah, we need a Snapchat of us going and spending money and taking L's.
When he said we the best, I thought he was lying. And then apparently I'm wrong.
Hey, man, I told you Khaled was lit. No, you didn't believe.
You didn't believe.
Khaled.
Whoa, there's a
idol.
difference between like what y'all were, how y'all are worshiping him, and
my
just
idol,
like what he's accomplished.
It's like
Now,
it's
is
like
he-
my father,
Okay, he's
Martin
not-
Luther King, and then DJ Khaled.
Yes, he's your spirit animal. He's your spirit animal.
He's a personal friend of mine.
Yes.
Watering those plants.
He's a friend.
He's a funny person, but I'm not following his life goals or anything.
So, considering we're talking about Khaled, celebrity influence. We kind of talked about this a little bit in the thread. Why is it so popular?
So, what it started with is, and you know, listeners, hit us up on social media, please, because this is basically a discussion about you. Why sneakerheads care so much about those. This is where it started from, but those Drake 10s, OVO black 10s versus NYC black 10s. When the NYC shoe probably looks better, to be completely honest with you, and pairs on eBay this morning before it released were under retail for sale.
What?
Under
You didn't say
retail.
that.
I said retail or under retail. That's what I said.
I thought you meant like on Flight Club or something. I mean, like on
No, on
Just Twitter or
eBay,
something.
pairs actually going before the release this morning for under retail.
see, you know,
And
They got
people
the owl
paying
on 'em.
400. No, I'm talking about. Well, you're saying why they go for that much?
Got that owl on them.
but which is why.
Y'all people got to switch it up because that's outrageous.
Which is why, because I'll tell you, those OVO 10s, they're awful. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
Trash.
Okay, I don't care what anybody says. They're awful. The materials are tacky.
Drake, to be honest with you, Drake's what he wears is kind of corny. I'm just gonna go out ahead and say it. I mean,
And look,
his outfits are kind of corny.
I don't want to speak for everybody up here, but I'm a Drake fan.
Oh, so am I. The music
Like,
is the
we're
music is on
we're Drake fans,
flame emojis.
music wise, but he's not somebody I think of that like you said, that dresses.
Neither is Kanye now, the last year and a half or whatever. But yeah, Drake just look. I mean, Kanye has ill-fitting clothes, but he has ill-fitting clothes on purpose. Drake kind of sometimes looks to me like he has ill-fitting clothes on accident, which is not the kind of ill-fitting you want.
No.
I never know what direction he's going. Like, I don't ever know like what he. I mean, if he's not just wearing some just regular pants, sneakers, and like a varsity jacket, it looks awful. If he's like wearing a sweatshirt or something,
Is he short? Is that maybe that's why?
I
or
don't
what?
think he's that short. I don't think so.
I don't know.
His
He's at
pants are
least
like
6'.
too long, too baggy at the bottom.
Well, he
and
wears,
the
like,
shoes don't
Timbs.
Look right.
You would
the
think you
wrong
could find a
point.
tailor.
Okay,
no matter
that's-
how tall he
Yes,
is.
obviously, he has quite a bit of money.
Maybe
Yes,
maybe he's just like what we say, like you're just so rich. Like, I don't care what I wear. Like you're gonna like it because OVO 8s, OVO 10s, and OVO 12s
suck.
are awful.
Drake
Okay.
is 6 foot.
I don't believe.
I don't believe that.
But
he
I
might
mean,
be like
yeah,
5'10".
That's like me saying
Kanye West
yeah,
is 5'8".
I believe that.
that I believe.
That's why
Or
his shirt.
maybe-
That's why
He
his shirts
actually
are so
might be
big.
shorter
Or
than
maybe
They're not supposed to. He's just tight. He's just small.
because Louis. So wait,
who was that? Okay, because we had Brendan in here that one time, and he was talking about like a lot of these ideas that he's saying Kith is 2 years behind and stuff like that. And like that, those ideas are coming from Raph Simmons and who's the other one with Adidas?
he said Elliot.
Well, yeah, John Elliott,
John
but,
Elliott.
but the other one who has the thing with Adidas, the like whack shoes that we always
Rick
make
Owens.
fun of. There you go,
Rick Owens.
So he was saying like mainly Owens and Raph Simmons are the ones doing that, and I think that Raph Simmons lookbook was the one I was telling you about, where it was like some nerd walking down the street in the lookbook, and the sweater, sleeves were Shaquille O'Neal on like a 5'10" person. All right. I do not. People were the lookbook pictures were online, and people in the background were looking at the man in the picture like he was insane, and he was the model. I
don't understand how that flies. That type of like sweatshirt reminds me of like, you know, it reminds me of like when like we was younger days and we like to go visit girls and they just chilling at the house and they got like a giant hoodie on. They got a giant sweatshirt on. That's what I remember. I remember like being in high school, college, like, yo, let's go see this girl. And she just chilling in the house with like somebody's giant hoodie on. Like, I don't understand how that's fashion. I don't get it because Kanye kind of pretty much started the like slim wear of like.
Yeah, he likes to take credit for it, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, like obviously
we
it
could give
started
him
elsewhere.
credit, but I'm sure there's others.
I'll give him credit for it in like the urban hip hop.
He also thinks that he brought retros back when he's a complete fool
That's
about that.
that's
But
nonsense.
But yes, Kanye was the one. You know, I think he said it in a record or interview or something. He was the one that made it cool to wear skinny clothes. Well, you know, Lil Wayne was doing it too.
Yeah, I think
He was doing it more
can't
like
even
some
remember.
wild type stuff, and probably
know.
Young
And
Thug
back
has
then-
taken it to like a completely another level.
That's a fact. He's actually wearing dresses. So, I mean, hey,
And he's one of Simple's idols. When he comes back in, he can discuss his boy Young Thug.
hey, I like Young Thug
The-
music.
No, you said music.
Sometimes.
I would never dress like Young Thug. Young Thug wears baby t-shirts and skinny jeans and pink Jordan 12s.
You maybe you don't wear like tight skinny jeans, but you wear thin jeans. I don't even know what to call them.
I wear
I wear
They're
skinnies.
between skinnies and slims. Nah, you don't wear like.
As you guys like to say, I look like a
skinnies.
grenade.
Mine actually say skinny in them.
Yeah, well, they must be like skinny baggy then, because they're not
Skinny
like
straight.
they're not when I see like a
Skinny boot cut.
They're like Lil Wayne.
like an
they're
emo
wearing-
kid. Emo kids wear
Yeah,
like the
they're
actual skin
wearing,
tight,
like
like
the real
jeggings.
skinnies. Like, but
I'm over my Young Thug kick.
original question: celebrity.
Yeah.
Why does celebrity matter? Like, why does I mean, right now we have Rihanna who has them like slide-ons or whatever those
The Pumas?
the Pumas like they're just like house shoes. They
Yeah.
look like, and they're just furry on top.
They're trash.
Sold out everywhere.
The ones
you
Kylie's trash.
you could get those. You could get those Rihanna furry slippers. You could
Oh,
get,
I know what you're talking about
yeah,
now.
them joints are like my mama and them was wearing them like for years. Like these ones just say Puma and but they're sold out everywhere. Like, why does that matter so much for something? Like, I don't get why now celebrity influence on sneakers is so high when like back in the day Jay-Z, 50 Cent, they're the original sneaker people who had like an actual
Those S
sneaker
Carters
deal.
or S dot Carters or whatever sold. I mean,
G units.
They did.
G units
No.
didn't sell.
No,
I mean,
G units sold.
they didn't
Not
sell.
out.
G units sold out. Facts.
Reebok G units sold out.
Reebok G units sold out. Now once
I mean, the
G-
price point was lower too.
Now
yeah.
once Reebok G units got to like the third version, then they stopped selling
Right,
out.
right.
All right.
I mean, I remember being able to go into the store.
Yeah,
I
there
remember going-
wasn't hype on them like there is on Kanye.
Well, no,
stuff,
but I
yes,
even
but it's
remember-
because it was plain, simple, and sucked.
But I
also don't
remember
have social media.
I remember
Yes.
being able to go to Finish Line, and I picked up like the first version of the Pharrell ice cream shoes that he did at Reebok, not like the beeper shoes and things like that, but like the ice cream. I mean, I remember picking them up for $19.99 on the sale rack at Finish Line.
They're like,
I don't
but
even
that
know what
was
those look
probably
like.
within like the last 6 years, maybe.
Oh no, that was like 04, 05.
And see, but that might have been when like Pharrell stuff started fading away because ice cream
it went away for a long time.
it
and
went
then
away
came
for
back.
a while.
No, it went away like 07.
I don't
Like
remember.
I think like 01 to 05 was when Bape and Ice Cream BBC was at its like it was popular before that, but
Yeah, well, it was
it's
when
hyping
it
in
was
the
when
US.
The Neptunes were
Exactly,
hot. I mean,
yeah.
when was the last? And obviously, Pharrell's still producing stuff. And when was the last time the Neptunes did anything, at least notable?
Yeah, we need a new NERD track or
I needed an
album
NERD album
now.
fact. But I don't understand why a Jay-Z. I mean, obviously there's other reasons, but like, why couldn't that continue? Like, why didn't it continue? It started with a Jay-Z and then it just like faded away.
I think it's unexplainable to me why Kanye has the following in. I mean, it's almost like the Beatles.
Fashion.
Well, I'm saying just in general, like where Jay-Z or, I don't know, pick icon, Dr. Dre, Snoop, whatever you. Now, granted, Snoop and Dr. Dre dress terribly and they don't care about fashion, but I mean, those guys are icons and been around longer than Kanye. So I don't know if it's because he's controversial or this new generation just loves the guy, man. I
They
get it.
do. I mean, I saw on social media, I think I sent you guys this in one of the sneaker groups. This man, a grown man, probably in his mid-30s, got a text from his sister that Kanye West was in a gym in New York, left work, and sat outside of the gym waiting for Kanye West to come out so he could get a picture and have his Black 750 Boost signed. Like a grown person. If somebody texts me and was like, "Yo, Kanye West is at EOS Fitness downtown in Phoenix," I'd be like, "Oh, that's tight." Like,
No, you wouldn't. You would sprint down there and try to get something
I get on the light
signed.
rail. I get on the light rail down there.
Because I'm right down the street from there, and I might walk down there just to see. All right.
People our age shouldn't be asking anyone for
Yeah,
autograph. I mean, that might be different because I grew up in LA and saw celebrities a lot, and it just like it doesn't register with
Yeah,
me
you
anymore. I
were
don't
rich.
know.
So you were like you were a childhood TV
Yes,
star. in
yeah,
the
I
50s.
wouldn't-
So you were on Lassie. So
But like,
Yes, I was the dog.
yeah, no, I can't go up to nobody asking for autographs.
okay, but
like,
if I saw Charles Barkley,
I feel like a grown man asking for a man for autographs is like a grown man taking a baseball glove to a baseball game.
Facts.
All right.
And see, my thing is like, because I just one example, I saw Greg will know how much this meant, but I saw Talib Kweli in the airport in Vegas a long time ago. But he was obviously a celebrity, favorite MC of all time. All I did was dap him, shake his hand, said I appreciate the music, and he looked like he was like furious over like a ticket or something. Like when you're in the airport and you look like that, something happened. You missed a flight or you messed your ticket up. So he would just said I appreciate it and kept moving. I mean, that was it.
I think that's all I would do.
I actually met Charles Barkley on my 22nd birthday. Absolutely shit-faced drunk. He was pulling into the valet at Scottsdale. I went up to his door of his Range Rover and opened it. I opened his door while he was
Why
waiting
are
for
we
the
not?
valet.
I'm not surprised. I don't know about Greg. I'm
I'm lucky that I wasn't the second man that he threw a glass window. Like,
He's a fan out here, fan over there.
man,
I couldn't do that.
I was like,
Fanboy over there.
I mean, I was like, "You're Charles Barkley." He's like, "Yeah, I'm Charles Barkley." I was like, "Oh man," gave me a hug. He was like the nice guy, one of the nicest guys I've ever met in person.
Shaking hands, I can do.
I got a hug.
Like, Ghostface, met Ghostface and Raekwon at a concert. Shook their hand, kept going. And them, to me, those are my favorite rappers of all time. Well, Ghostface is my favorite rapper of all time. But I don't know. I mean, even if it was a Kanye, I think I would just be more satisfied with actually seeing him in person, which I don't even know why. I mean, but back to sneakers. I
Would
don't
you ask him for
understand
the shoes off his feet?
No, but I would say yo, if you got something in the back, but I would say it in a joking manner, so then I could say oh, I was just joking, but I'm really serious. Anyways,
Give him a card with your address on it.
But-
Hey, if you ever got anything,
I don't know. Nowadays, considering how out of control paparazzi and people are in general, I would feel bad bothering somebody like a Kanye, who people are constantly in his face all day. I would feel bad. Hey man, I just would maybe not feel bad, but I
feel
would
like you're pestering him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to walk out of here. If he walked in this room right now and we were like, "Oh, Kanye, take a picture, sign this," I wouldn't want him to walk out of here and get in his car and be like, "Oh my God, grown men, nerds."
Tell him get on the mic and talk.
We'd probably ask him something like that first. I'd want him to participate in the podcast first before I'm sign this, sign that. Plus, considering how much Yeezys are worth, you're not writing on my shoe. I don't care if it is Kanye West.
Well, the funny thing is that kid that got it signed immediately reposted it in the group, I think a week later, asking for people to trade for mags. And people were like, "Yeah, Kanye signed your shoe. He signed shoes all over New York City. They might be worth $200 to $250 more than what they were before he signed them."
You shouldn't even sell your shoe if you got it signed by Kanye.
No.
You just shouldn't. There's certain things that you have to keep forever, and that's one of them. That's like getting a jersey signed by Jordan.
No, I wouldn't care. Jordan, yes. Kanye, no. That which I was just gonna say.
You might not care about it, but I don't think I would sell it. I think I would just hey, that's Kanye. You just never know where else he's going, as far as celebrity and fame and music and everything. So I would say even if I wasn't the hugest fan on earth, if he signed it, I just feel out of respect that he took the time to sign it. I'm just gonna keep it. I might not do anything with it. It's gonna sit in the closet like a Jordan jersey. I'm gonna throw it in, and it's gonna stay in the closet forever. A Shaq
In the
sign
closet?
something. What am I gonna do with it?
Frame it. If Charles Barkley signed a jersey for me, I wear it under my clothes every day.
I'm not. I'm not into stuff like that, like framing my jerseys. I'm just not. Like it's.
If you had a signed Michael Jordan, you wouldn't go get a nice shadow box frame and throw it on a wall somewhere.
I don't know.
Even
why.
if it's in your closet, like above your Jordans in your closet, you're not doing that.
No, why?
Michael Jordan signed a jersey.
It doesn't matter.
If you had a Jordan basketball, you put it in a basketball case.
I had a poster. I had an Oakley poster signed by Jordan, and literally threw it in the trash. These are 100%.
You throw everything. You throw perfectly good peanut butter and jelly that is sealed in the trash.
Yes, and bowls and
First of all, if a peanut butter and jelly is
coffee
sealed,
cups.
I'm not eating it. All right. If I didn't make the peanut butter and jelly, I make my own sandwiches. If I can't,
I'm talking about the peanut butter in the jar,
You don't like
jelly
the,
in the
you don't
jar,
like what sealed brings home.
I threw jam away. I won't eat jam. I'll throw that in the trash. But jelly, I keep. These are facts. But anyways, like I was saying, back to the original topic. Like, why? Why celebrity? Why does it matter? Like when you put on a pair, I don't know, George. You worn those Yeezys yet?
Nah.
Okay. Now I will admit, when I throw on a pair of Yeezys, you actually, and I don't want to sound stupid, but it feels like I got on Yeezys. It just does. Like it feels like
Yes, like the cobbler. You turn into Kanye.
Well, it's just the fact that like I know if I walk out of the house wearing these, I'm probably not going to run into somebody else that's wearing them. That's basically what it comes down to. If I walk out the house wearing a Jordan, odds are, depending on where I'm going, somebody else is going to have this Jordan. If not this Jordan, something equivalent.
Okay.
I can go to a mall, any mall in Arizona. I could go to any popular place, any event, and I might not run into anybody else wearing a Yeezy. And that's something to be said. I've never seen anybody walking around wearing an OVO yet. Like, not to say that nobody has them, but I've never seen anybody wearing an OVO. I've only seen people wearing Yeezys at a sneaker event. That's it. I haven't seen like anybody just walking down the street wearing a Yeezy or like at the mall wearing a Yeezy yet. Like, it matters, I guess. I mean, celebrity matters. If honestly, if I was Nike and everybody else, I would be out here trying to sign these celebrities and get these celebrity lines made as fast as possible. I think the one problem I do feel with like Nike.
Well, the size runs they're making really don't matter. I mean, it matters for hype as far as that shoe, but like today's a perfect example. You would think people who can't get that Drake 10 are buying the
Right.
not resellers, obviously, but people who wanted it. I mean,
I think that NYC does look better than the Drake one. The Drake shoe is awful. Like, it's just an ugly shoe. I'm sorry. It's not. The materials are whack. That Stingray material is ugly. It's not a good-looking shoe, white or black. Like, it just doesn't matter. And the fact that, like, there's an 8 and a 12, and they're all made of the exact same material, I don't understand the behind it.
yeah, 8's just
I don't understand why 8s couldn't be a completely different colorway, or why 12s couldn't be completely different. The 10s, 12s, and 8s are the exact. They're different models, but it's the same Stingray, black, white. It's awful, like gold, whatever. But hey, man, I guess that's neither here nor there. But like, you still have Adidas that has 2 Chainz, Big Sean, Pusha T,
Pharrell. Their most lucrative clientele.
Nego, which I don't even know how. I mean, I guess, but the problem is like Pharrell's don't sell like out. Like,
But they don't need to sell out when you sell commercial numbers of them. That's the thing.
you know, I'm thinking of a different version of like the Pharrell Stan Smiths, because like the colored Stan Smiths sold, but like the ones that had like the polka dots and stuff on them, I seen those at the outlet.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I saw the last time I was at the outlet, they had every single one of those Pharrell color shoes. Now they were sized like 15 to 22, which I don't even know why they made those, but they were there.
Like, do you like with Adidas? Now, this is just from what I think, based off of somebody important from Adidas liking my comment off the Sneak This Twitter page. But I had made the comment on the Sneak This Twitter page that a Pusha T, a Big Sean, and a 2 Chainz needs their very own model. And somebody that works for Adidas liked that comment, which gives me the assumption that maybe they agree and maybe that's coming. I don't understand how
They better have Boost.
they all better have Boost. Every single Adidas shoe should have Boost. Like,
There should not be a boostless shoe.
there just shouldn't. I mean, I just don't see how a 2 Chainz shoe would sell out of a model that's been out. I think that model that the 2 Chainz shoe's been out since like 79.
Big Sean
All right.
shoe.
Big Sean's shoes, same thing. I think been out since like '83. Like it's a model of a specific shoe that
Pusha
Adidas-
T.
What was that? The top 10? His was.
I
His
think
was-
2 Chainz
Sean's
was
was
top 10. Big
oh.
Sean was.
High.
It might be top 10 too.
It might have been a top 10, yeah. And then you had Pusha T with the EQT 93. What else? For, obviously all Pharrell stuff.
Pharrell's
But Pharrell's
on
is
Stan
like
Smith and
yeah,
Shell
Stan
Toes.
Smith and the
And
Superstars.
Nego stuff, it's the same thing. Shell Toes and Stan Smiths. But I just don't see why a Big Sean. Oh, original Big Sean was pro model. Shell Toes. All reds with the pyramids. Had the pyramid on the shoelaces.
That shoe sucks.
It's a nice
I'm
shoe.
just saying, like in 2016, no one's wearing
shell toe?
toes.
I just wore a shell toe last weekend.
Whoa. A shell toe is fine.
Probably also
a
smoked crack
regular.
last week.
No, that was 2 weeks ago. I was still high on the crack when I wore the shell toe.
I don't know, man. I will say, shell toes have made a comeback as far as like people in their clothing, but like crackheads do wear shell toes.
Hey, if you can't
they didn't have
pull a
laces on them.
superstar out of the closet and wear it,
No, you're absolutely right. Like you should have a Stan Smith or a shell toe in your closet. I do strongly believe that. Now, I look at it as like, why does a Kanye get a special model shoe and not a Pharrell, not a Pusha, not a anything? Like to me, the Pusha T shoes,
Different level of celebrity.
It is a different level now.
yeah, but the problem
Now it
is they all sell out. Why does a Pusha T EQT sell out? Those joints are always popping up on Kicks deals for cheap, but a Pusha T
Well, the white ones are expensive.
the black ones you can get retail. No, or
you
less.
can,
Yeah,
but
or
they
less.
should have never sold out in the first place. Like I just don't see why.
Yeah.
And a Pusha T is probably in my top 6 rappers of period, which we'll probably have another discussion about that another day. But why did it sell out? Why does a Big Sean and Big Sean's shell toe wasn't even like a shell toe low? It was a pro model.
Every shoe he did is terrible.
Was
in my
high.
opinion.
They're not terrible. They're just not.
If you think a Jordan whatever 6 is too bulky,
You're right.
everything that
Right.
guy made. Is
Now
too
I'll
bulky.
admit the two chains version of the top 10,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, and I wear them every once in a while, but they are too
black
bulky.
and gold is hard to mess up.
Yeah, it's true. But it's very high quality suede, like suede all the way to the sole of the shoe, and it's a great shoe, but it is too bulky and it is too big. But I just don't. But like we said, we just don't understand the allure of the celebrity and the sneaker. Like I don't know. I mean, like you said, it's a good point of why if I couldn't get an OVO, I don't see like if I really tried to get a black OVO, why wouldn't I go get an NYC 10?
Exactly.
So, I guess we could do this then. Now, we like to do our top 5s. Who in the past? Actually, you know what? In our lifetime, who are the top 5 most influential celebrities or athletes that have affected the culture of sneakers?
I mean, there's not celebrity wise.
You're talking about everyone?
Everyone, athletes or celebrities. Like,
Well, Jordan's number
obviously
one,
Jordan's number
obviously.
one.
He
Jordan's
owns
definitely
part of the
number
company. It also depends if you're talking about pure numbers and money, or if you're talking about just like general. Because you can call Kanye an influencer on like
cult following?
on society.
Yeah.
But you can't. I don't think you can call him an influencer on Adidas's bottom line, because what he's selling is not making a dent on their bottom line.
I'm talking like
And that's-
society.
that's
like,
been-
like the culture. Like,
Yeah. Well, number 2 would probably have to be Kanye then. I mean,
No, it wouldn't be. Number two would have to be Wale. If I'm going to think anybody, Wale is the one, and I'm not going to say he's single-handedly.
what? Just because he's worn stuff and been in.
Yeah,
in-
but Wale has been out here wearing stuff forever. Like Wale is probably that one person to where, like, if you have something in your closet and you're like, I'll never wear that again,
And Wale
you'll
wore it?
see Wale wear it, and like,
You're like,
oh, you
"That's
know what?
dope."
It doesn't look that bad. You will try to figure out how to wear it.
you want to
again.
know what Wale got me on?
Dunks?
Camo hyperposits.
What is that?
Wale
one that he
wore
just
the
sold.
one that I just saw. Wale, I saw Wale wear camo
The
hyperposits.
Statue of Liberty
those
shoe.
suck.
Oh, and I was like, oh, Wale can do it. I'm white and like 5'8" or 5'9". I can do it too.
But
Like,
this is the problem.
I'm gonna grow dreads. I'll
see-
get some skinny jeans,
Yeah, but see,
a
this is
jersey.
This is the thing with a Wale and a shoe like a Camel Hyperposit. He can just literally wear whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants.
It's not gonna look bad because it's like we know he has thousands of shoes, and it's like, I'm just Wale. I can wear this. He could wear red Timbs, and it's like, it's
Probably
tight.
has. It looks foolish.
And
So
I was
where's
expecting-
Kanye on your list?
I was
then?
expecting
Kanye would be
4. I'd actually
4 or
probably
5.
put Pharrell like
I put Pharrell before him.
Kanye.
because
Okay.
Pharrell introduced. You got your ice cream, your
Yep.
BBC, your Bape.
Bape.
That had an entire era.
Okay, so this isn't just shoes. You're talking about fashion and shoes
Yeah.
and whatever in general.
But who you're missing,
All right.
and who I would have expected to be number 2, is Run DMC.
I mean, I guess, but I wasn't like when they ran that era of like the track.
Yeah, but
suits.
Adidas has never been the number one. I mean, they were obviously in Nike's infancy in the first couple years of Nike, but ever since then, Nike's had the market share by far.
They have, and honestly, I want to throw in an Andre Agassi somewhere.
Oh,
I do, only because of like considering the sport that Agassi played. He was the like complete opposite of like that quintessential tennis player, like that guy. He looked like
Andre was.
He had a lot of shoes that didn't look like tennis shoes. That was
Right.
part of it.
Well,
Looked
you
like
could-
hoop
like,
shoes
you
or
could-
casual
but like
shoes
the
or
clothes
whatever.
too, like the jackets, the colors, just
shorts.
the colors.
He wore a lot of colors. yeah.
Like-
bright colors. Like,
The long hair, the headbands. Like Jordan is going to be always number one
Yes.
on anything as far as influence and sneaker wise. I mean, his sneakers started in what? When did the Jordan 1 come out? 84? 84, and they're still selling out to this day.
I think it was 85, but
85.
Yeah, well,
he got
84,
drafted in
85.
84, yeah.
They're just selling out to this day. And I mean, that's incredible. Okay.
Well, so I guess you could round out the top 5. If you're going to include Andre Agassi, then it's got to be a 4-way tie between Bo Jackson, Andre Agassi, Ken Griffey Jr.,
Bo
and Deion
Jackson.
Sanders. Bo Jackson?
Sneaker? I don't know, man. I think you're
SC
talking about
trainers?
all time.
SC trainers?
Right, I understand. Like I'm talking about okay, influence on people. I
Okay.
don't think a Boo Jackson had an influence on
I would say Deion Sanders did then. I would say Ken Griffey Jr.
fashion, like clothes and sneakers and fashion. Like
I mean, Ken Griffey Jr., like, I mean.
See, you're
I-
talking about athletes that like I feel change sports. Agassi, a Griffey, a Bo Jackson changed sports. Like,
about-
a Deion changed sports? Like you see a guy with a Jerry curl and gold chains, you're like, holy shit! Like
I mean,
he made it tight.
But before before Griffey Jr. and before Bo Jackson, nobody was buying a shoe that was designed to be a cleat as a trainer to wear out. And then, I mean, you just had Griffey, all that stuff, like trainers, backwards hats.
Right. I mean, there's things, but
But I would agree.
I mean, it could go anywhere.
Agassi actually did change.
I think Agassi
Fashion.
and Jordan would be the only athletes I would have in there, as far as like influence on like clothing and sneakers, like just fashion in general. Those are the only 2 athletes I could think of. I mean, Bo Jackson dresses awful, all right, but his sneakers. Like,
The sneakers are on point.
But
so
it was-
does MJ.
and it,
MJ dresses.
but it wasn't even like Bo Jackson's sneakers that like changed. It was Bo
It
Jackson
was Bo
himself
Jackson
that
as an
changed it.
athlete.
I mean, I would say Penny Hardaway has had a bigger influence than Bo Jackson and most of those guys who are making trainers. Now, if you said Deion or Ken Griffey Jr., that's fine because they're still, making retros and selling those shoes now.
I think we
Bo's they've always made, but I don't know that they've always sold.
See, I think
those.
we're talking about a separate category now. I think we're thinking of like our category that we originally started was celebrity. So if I'm thinking of like
Kobe and LeBron would be up there too. To be honest,
they'd be up there. So I'm thinking like athlete wise, obviously Jordan and Agassi, a Penny,
Deion.
a Deion. I don't know who else. But celebrity wise, if you're gonna go, I'm just gonna put Jordan as number 1. That's just legend. Number 1, whatever. Because none of his sneakers are now being hooped in. They're being worn as like fashion.
Yes.
Number 2, I would have to go Wale. I just would. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I mean, I don't know. I understand
don't
where
even
you're
know if
coming
there should
from,
be a
but I
order.
don't even know if he would be in the top 5 for me just because
Wale?
he's. I mean, he influenced kids to buy certain shoes, but he has had some collabs, but he's never had a clothing line like Pharrell. Like I understand why you put Pharrell in there because he's got a clothing line.
Right.
He's never had a
then Wale
clothing
would be
line
number
or
2.
his own design
It's hard
situation.
to say.
So that's why I put Kanye too. Pharrell would probably be in there since he has a clothing line in addition to his Adidas stuff.
I think this is something we actually need to think about.
We might need to.
I think we need to
revisit
think
this.
about it and revisit this one.
Well,
I think so because I'm thinking like, geez, like I don't know. I'm thinking of like a few other people that like I might add in that list, but I think we just we keep going with this. They can go anywhere.
Well,
But
then tune in next week, and we'll give you our
top 10,
top 10,
top 5.
top 5 in
Something new we're starting. Top 5.
top 5s
Every show.
every
I thought
show.
we just did our top 5.
Well, we're gonna
do top
revisit
5
it, though.
2015. We're gonna revisit that.
All right.
Yes.
But our top. So basically, we decided that from
We got
a
input.
listener,
We got input
We got an
from
input from a listener that listeners do appreciate the top 5 list, the top list. So we actually decided we're gonna do that at the end of every single show, and we decided that we're gonna talk about what are our top 5 sneakers of 2015.
Oh, this
now
is an
this
easy one
list.
for me.
Now this list. Isn't going to be strictly sneakers. We're going to hit movies. We're going to hit music. We're going to hit...
Not on this show, but going forward, he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, going forward.
Yes,
we're going to
moving
hit,
forward.
Celebrities, top 5 women, top 5 rock bands, whatever we got. We're going to hit that top 5.
So let me ask you this: Is this like sneakers, like new sneakers, or
doesn't
even like
matter.
a retro? that
Even
we
if it's
use?
just like a shoe
Whatever
that just
the
had a new
best thing that
colorway.
came out in
Whatever you
2015.
consider the best in 20. What is yours, Ryan?
I'm gonna start mine. I'm gonna say.
Are you going? Go from 5. Go from 5
All right,
up.
number 5. I'm gonna say would be the Ultra Boost.
Okay.
I'm gonna call number 5 my Ultra. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say number 5 HTM Kobe's. The Kobe 10, HTM Kobe 10 is my number 5. Number 4 is gonna be a Adidas Ultra Boost. Number 3 is going to be the Cruise.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not higher.
Actually, I was going to make it higher because number 2 would be the 750, and number 1 would be the 350.
That's fair. That's not where I'm going with it, but that's fair.
That's kind of a whack list, man.
Why is that list whack?
You started really good from 5 to 3.
And runner-up would be Shattered Backboard 1s.
I think you're missing. I think you're missing some gems, and I think when you think about it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, shite."
Let's get your
Well,
rundown.
well, if you think he's missing some gems, then you probably think I do. Number
No,
5.
I think me and you might have a similar list, excluding.
I know Cruises are going to be on your list.
Number 5 is kind of
I thought Cruise were number 1 on yours.
They should have been. They should have been.
number 5 is kind of a cheater for me because the shoe came out. The player was wearing it in 2015, but the shoe didn't release till the first week of January of 2016. But the Kobe 11, Kobe 11 is better than the Kobe 10. So to me, when he started wearing it in 2015, it counts. Kobe 11, number 5. Number 4, I know you don't like it, but the Air Max Zero. I got a chance to see one at HSS. I think the original colorway, by the way, not the yellow.
Trash.
Air Max Zero, number 4.
Throw it in the bin.
Number 3, the Yeezy 350. Pick a colorway. I have the Pirate Blacks. I think that's number 3.
Bragger.
I'm actually shocked at you guys. I'm shocked you put a Yeezy.
Are you shocked or disappointed?
I'm more shocked that George putting a Yeezy.
I mean,
I would have never expected that.
Comfort, look, you name it. I mean, it's not like the
And
Yeezy one from
hated
Nike.
them. You hated them when we bought them.
No, that's not true. I said, I told y'all.
You were
that-
spewing hatred.
No, this is what I told you. Chill on buying shoes because they're Yeezys and paying over retail. When you get it for retail, it's a different story.
Hatred.
Number 2, that's a fact what I said. Number 2, Jordan 1 OG Lows. The first 2 colorways came out 2015.
And see, I knew that's what he doesn't realize he missed it. And see, he doesn't realize it.
The Royals and the Black and Reds came out, and I'm putting those both on the same line because I can't pick
missed it.
between one. So 2 and 2A. And the number 1, obviously, is the Ultra Boost. The white one, multiple colorways came out in 2015. The white one is the only one I have.
Well,
in
the
2015,
model came out in
so,
2015.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll go Ultra Boost white is number 1.
All right.
I knew you were gonna do that because I was like, he is not gonna say a OG one low.
Yeah, that's my bad. That should be in there.
I guess my list is way different from you guys. Actually, there's a few on there. Number 5, Nike Hyperchase. Now,
Oh, was that the one that Harden was wearing?
one that
before
Harden-
the Adidas.
yeah,
All right.
the last one Harden wore.
Fine with that.
And now I own the All-Star one. One of the worst made shoes on earth. One of the cheapest materials ever. And they had the fragment versions, the navy blue,
Yeah.
the green. The shoe itself was off the hook. Even with jeans. What?
I actually bought a pair of the triple black ones. I bought them from the Nike outlet for like $30. It's a cool looking shoe.
Shout out to J-Lo for the triple blacks.
It's a great.
I mean, J-Wow. What's her name?
Oh, don't get me started on Jersey Shore. That right there.
We'll
is
talk
a
about
shoe-
that one of these days too.
That's a shoe that I feel was a great shoe for 2015. It was a great basketball. I mean, it just was cheaply made. It was just awful. When I got the All-Star ones, I was so excited, and then I got it. And I understand like a shoe being light, but it was made out of like nothing. It was made out of air. Number 4, Concepts ASIC, what you're wearing today.
Eight balls.
All right.
8 balls.
I thought
the
about
blows.
putting those on there.
Those now the shoe itself didn't come out in 2015, obviously, but like that Concepts collaboration with ASICS 5 for the blow pack, the shipping with like wrapped like as cocaine and the laces being in like the vial like cocaine,
Yeah, dope pack.
awesome, like
Pun intended.
second to none. All right,
Okay. I see what you did there. That was nice.
clever.
Clever.
Number 3,
Dope.
Number
It was
3,
dope.
that was dope.
That was dope.
Number 3, Cruise. I put Cruise on there. I mean,
I had Cruise.
Now, are you picking a colorway or are you?
No, I didn't.
Are you picking a colorway? You saying in general?
In general, you said Cruise shoes been the greatest shoe of 2015 before I even owned a pair.
You said
You were
last
yelling
week
it.
that the Cruises were
You're
the
right.
greatest shoe of 2015.
You're right, but when I have to actually sit down and think about it,
Same with
and
me.
I look through the year, I'm like, oh, you
Same
know
with
what?
me.
Number 2, Ultra Boost.
Okay.
Just
Well, then we know what number
number
one.
one
number
is-
1 is OG1 bread loaves.
Really?
I own doubles and triples of those.
Oh,
Those
wow.
it's a great shoe. Like that's one of those shoes that.
Did
like,
you have 350s on your list?
No,
I really
did.
thought 350 was going to be number one.
I thought about a 350 putting it on there, but I felt like I would just be putting it on there just to put it on there. I can't have an Ultra Boost and a 350 on there because I would rather wear an Ultra Boost over a 350 any day of the week.
I
So
actually might agree with you.
I figured like why even put it on there? But and I actually think our lists are pretty solid, to be honest with you.
I think we do have a good list. So
I'm a little surprised at your guys' list. I would have never thought I heard a Kobe on the list.
well.
You both had a Kobe. Both of you had a Kobe.
I'm surprised.
I would have never thought George would have had a Kobe
I
on there.
rescind my list and put the OG
You
one
can't.
low
It's
at
too
number
late.
5.
It's already too late.
Number
Go to the
5.
website.
Yeah, it
That's
should
too
be
low
higher. It should be
anyway.
higher.
What do you
It
put?
should be-
Ultra Boost and OG1 low should be number 1 and 2, regardless
should be,
in
yeah.
anyone's list.
These lists are going on our website at thesneakdisc.com.
Well, to our listener that suggested that, Andrew, there you go.
Yeah,
Now you
we-
got our top 5s.
Shout out for the good idea.
Shout out for the good idea. Well, I mean, episode 6, I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Episode.
In the books.
In the books, thank you to our special guest, Steve and Katie from Reshoevn8r. Again, check out their website at www.reshoevn8r.com, RESHOEVN, the number 8R.com. And that's Sneak This.